Oh, my friends, the project that I've been talking about for the last couple months with all these product reviews, the first one of the couple is on the desk, and we are going to open this up and discuss how we're going to take on this project through the next couple months. See you guys inside. Hello everybody, and welcome to today's video. Today is finally the point where we are going to start taking on a model project. So I know we have been doing a lot of product unveilings and different things to get ready for this kind of project, and as you can see, it is on my desk. It is a Warhammer.com, it is a Forge World, it is a big box, big set of boxes. And well, that symbol right there ought to tell you very, very easily what we're getting ready to open up here and take a look at. This is a Titan. It is the smallest Titan in the Imperial Army, and we're going to take a look at this Warhound Titan. So today we're going to look at unboxing, we're going to look at initial instructions, and we are also going to talk about the process that I'm going to have to go through to build this Warhound Titan. So, Warhound Titans, this is a completely resin kit. This is not a plastic kit. This is resin. It is cast, and it is a lot of parts. And just so you guys know, it is authentic. This is number 7,314. So, we have an authentic Warhound Titan sitting on the desk that we are going to have some good buildy times. This is going to be an Imperial Warhound Titan, not a Chaos. I don't do a lot of Chaos. I like Imperial. But basically, this is going to be the first big project we do this year. We've looked at a lot of cool products, cool ways to paint it, cool ways to build it. Now it's time to get down to business. And this is the smallest of the two that I plan to build this year. The other one that is sitting in the garage is a Warlord Titan that we will probably start about mid-year once this one is complete. So as you guys can see, we've got the big box full of parts, but you notice the smaller boxes. Well, this one is going to have a Vulcan Mega Bolter, and the other weapon set is going to be the Mars Plasma Blast Gun. With the Warhound Titans, the weapons are sold separate, but that lets you choose your weapons. Now the Warlord Titan, a lot of stuff is sold separate, which runs up that price, because for US, if you were to buy a Warlord Titan, you're going to spend about, just on the body, almost $1,900. This one, if I remember right, I don't know what it costs now. I think I spent almost $700 is what that price came to. Now, of course, you can get these in Imperialis and all that fun stuff, but the Warhound Titan, this is regulation. This is Forge World. And I'm just double checking right now. The Warhound Titan body will cost you $670 right now US to get this box of goodies. Then you're looking at probably, let's see here. I did not do the Inferno Cannon. I didn't do the Turbo Laser. I did the Plasma Blast Gun, which runs. These guns additionally are running about $84 each. So $670 plus 84 times 2, you have a very expensive model kit sitting on your desk. So essentially what we're going to have to do, as you guys can see, there's a lot, this is the scale of it. That's the upper armor carapace piece bolted on and in here that we have to take care of. And bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3. There's the leg armor plates right there. Oh man, loving the detail on it. And bag number 4, bag number 5 and 6 from this box. So there's a lot of stuff in that big box. And there's a lot of parts that we're going to go through. Now, that is just all of that, plus that. That's just the Titan's body. Then you have these extra weapons that we're going to add on. Now, you can kind of see, yes, these have been in my shop for a while. So this is the Vulcan Mega Bolter. And a lot of good clean detail on there. Of course, this part will come off. There's where it goes into the cup. And I think I saw there was another piece. That's the joint. That will support that on there, that I will either have to epoxy or probably pin together to get that in proper place. So if that's just one arm, guys, that's my hand. That's the part that we're going to be working with is right there. So I'm going to put that back in the box. And we're going to take a look at the Mars plasma here real quick. Look at all the bits and pieces before we get moving on. Now, this channel used to be a 3D printing channel. Again, the reason why we rebranded is I wanted to do model builds as well on this channel. And I do not condone intellectual property breaches where 3D printing is involved with something like this. GW has spent a lot of time making these models, getting these models, holding the intellectual property, and I want to respect that. And I've wanted to build one of these for years. So we're going to build it right, and we're going to do it the way we need to. This is the Mars Plasma Blaster. You guys can see that's a really, really nice looking gun. Really good cast. Because this is cast. This is not printed. And so basically we have all of our parts. We have everything we need to build our Titan. And open up these bags and just scatter parts everywhere and really kind of start working on stuff. But we're not ready to start gluing. We're not ready to start assembling. We've got some bigger stuff to do first. So when these are cast in their molds, one of the things that's done is they are sprayed. The molds are sprayed with a release material. And the problem with that release material is it will not let primer stick to the model. So the first step that we got to do before we build any of this, here's that upper carapace. That's looking a little rough. It's kind of disappointing, actually. How not perfectly clean that is right there. But nothing a little sanding and stuff can't fix. We'll have to cut this away with some fine saws to get a good, clean, smooth surface. But you guys can just see that imperial detail sitting there. I mean, that is just, oh, it's going to be so much fun to build. But the first thing we have to do is everything in here has to get a warm, soapy wash. And why a soapy wash, Mike? Well, that release compound has to come off. Because that release compound is going to prevent the model from taking primer, which means with no primer, which means no paint stick to model. That means bad. And also I got to figure out how I want to pose it, but just looking at these cables, I know, and the camera's not doing it justice, but with some grime and a little bit of putty and a little bit of molding with some green stuff, these are going to look fantastic on the model. And again, this kind of stuff here has to be cut away. We'll do all of that as we go through the process. So today's video, we're just kind of unboxing, taking a look at the bags, talking the plan. The first part of the plan is everything has got to be washed. Now I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take that soapy water and I'm going to put bag by bag of these parts in my ultrasonic cleaner that I got from Vboard. I'm going to wash it in the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm going to try to get as much of this release compound off. Once the release compound is off, I'm not going to primer it yet. Not all. Some of the pieces I may primer, but other pieces I'm going to wait till I do sub-assemblies. Now, honestly, the instructions on these, there's not a lot of steps. There's basically sheets 1 through 6 of the feet and all that kind of stuff. What I plan to do is break up into a set of videos. One video will be focused on the initial base. One video will be focused on getting the legs and the feet to sit to that base. and then we will start moving up the upper carapace and start looking at paint. So this is going to take some time. In olden days, I would live stream, but there's a 6-month-old in the house. Live streams are kind of difficult to do right now. So we're going to do this over a set of videos. That way I can do this over my own pace. You guys can see, I actually purchased these back in 2023. I've had this model sitting on my desk for quite some time. And there's a lot of good instructions in here about gluing, modeling putties, preparation, and all that kind of stuff to make sure you're getting really, really good model build. Now, some of this stuff I do expect to find warping. I do expect to find gaps where we're going to have to use green stuff, Vallejo resin putties, and different things to try to fill in the gaps. So that is going to happen along the project. So thank you guys for joining me for the unboxing video. I'm going to ultrasonic clean these, and the next time you see this model, we're going to be starting to take a look at that base and those feet. So hope you guys stick around. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you got that notification bell. And if you are happy to see this project and see me take on, honestly, what is a recommended expert kit by GW, I appreciate the support. You guys hitting that subscribe button, checking on those videos, or even becoming a member to help support this channel helps us do cool projects and fun, cool projects like this. So stay tuned, guys. Wait for that next video as we get ready to start making this Warhound Titan a reality. So thank you, guys. Catch you in the next video.